Hello everyone, here is a simple tutorial beginner friendly of this viral 4 skirt. Without much further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial. Now for the materials, we're going to be using 100 grams of 4 yarn, a 5mm hook, measuring tape, which is very important, and our scissors. Now I used about 3 balls of this yarn in total to get the mini length. You can decide to use 4 balls if you want the skirt longer. So we're going to make a slip knot because we're going to do a chain. Now for the chains, I used the measurement of 36.5 inches because for this project you need to size down. Usually my measurement for the hips is 44 inches, but I sized down to 36.5 inches because this 4 yarn is very thick. There is no need to size up. And when I got to the number of chains I needed, I had to measure again to confirm I was at 36.5 inches. While stretching the fabric, you have to stretch it to get to the correct measurement. So if your hip size is 44, 45, I suggest you size down by like 8 inches, 6 inches or thereabouts. Where that is your preference, I would like it to be a body hug skirt. When I got to the number of chains I wanted and the measurement I needed, I slip stitched into the first chain. And after our slip stitch, we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to double crochet all the way around. And at this point, if you counted your stitch, this is the best time to make sure you complete those exact numbers of stitches. So we are almost at the end of the second row. And one thing I want to make you guys understand is that you have to keep measuring as you go, because this is not a very stretchy material. So in case you're already decreasing, you will know on time. So let me measure again. So let's say 36.5 inches thereabouts. So yes, we're on track. So basically this is just going to be the pattern. I'm not doing any increase for this skirt. It's just going to be double crochet all the way around, double crochet all the way around. So let me get to the end of this and I'll show you what to do. And don't worry, even if it's not as easy getting into the stitches, just take your time, because this yarn is a very complicated yarn, but it's very beautiful once you're done. If you're not comfortable using a 5mm hook, you can decide to reduce the hook size. You can go for a 4mm or a 4.5. I think that should be the recommended size, or I myself am comfortable using this. It might only take me longer to finish, but it gets the job done. So I'm at the last stitch. I'll put my last double crochet, and I will find where I started, just somewhere around here, and I'll do a slip stitch. Now this is what our second row is looking like. So we're going to chain 3. The chain 3 counts as a double crochet. We're going to turn our work and go the other way. Remember, slip stitch, chain 3, and turn, and then 1 double crochet all the way around. If this is complicating for you, remember, always count your stitches. So I am just used to this 4 yarn, and I can find my way around. So if you counted your stitches, you will know when you're, maybe by the end of the row, you're not putting enough, or you're increasing. You'll find out. So I'm going to do double crochets, no increases, no decreases, all the way around to the end of the third row. and I'll meet you guys at the end of this row. So another thing I would like to, like a hack, you can use your hands to feel the stitches like this, feel the gaps, you would see it. Especially if this is not like your first time crocheting and using the double crochet stitch, I'm definitely sure you can find your way to put like, okay, here, that is it. So use your thumb and your middle finger to find the stitch gaps and place in your double crochets. I hope this helps. And I'm done with the first ball of yarn. I'm attaching the second ball to continue the project. So don't forget double crochet. When you get to the end, slip stitch, turn your work around. Don't continue clockwise, you go anti-clockwise at the end of each row. So that is basically the pattern for this skirt. Very simple and very easy to grab. Alright, this is how far the skirt has come and it's looking quite beautiful. I'll be adding this color of yarn for the strings. This is optional. You can decide to use same colors of yarn for the skirt and same colors for the strings. It is optional. I just wanted mine to have a pop of color. So if you want your skirts longer, you can go ahead and keep increasing and adding more rows of double crochet. So we are at the final row and this is the final double crochet before I slip stitch and call it a day. So after this I'll be going ahead chaining 2 and cutting off the yarn. So we're going to add the strings next and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, I have my darning needle right here and I'm going to make the waist string for the skirt. I'll use this to cinch the waist part. This is optional. You can decide to use same colors as the skirt to make the waist and the strings. But I wanted a pop or a touch of color, so I'm using a separate color for this. Alright, I'll repeat same thing for the back of the skirt with my darning needle and my yarn. So this is basically it to give us that cinched look we have in the picture. Okay, now that we've gotten the waist of the skirt secured and cinched, let's go ahead and keep adding more of this yarn to the sides of the skirt. I want the string to be full and not so long. So it's all depends on your preference. You can make it longer. So this is just basically what I do. I slip the darning needle in and I take it out and measure till I get the length I want. So I kept doing this till I got the exact size or amount of strings I wanted for the skirt. You can play around with this. It's really fun. Depends on the amount of yarn you have left. So the fuller the better. It makes it look kind of cute. Okay, the sides are looking quite fuller now and I'm okay with this amount and the length I have here. So I'll go ahead and trim off all the excess yarns. You can decide to bun it up, but be careful while doing that. So this is the end of this video. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up and drop a cute comment if you want to see more of my tutorials. My name is Vivian and this is Viv's Crochet. Thank you for watching.